Hey, what's up everybody? I'm gonna go whipping today because it's too rough. When there's water up here like this, it's just too rough. Not gonna be able to go diving. It was like 20 years ago, I would jump in. I would find a place to jump in and jump in, but not anymore. I'm getting too old for that. And check how rough the water is. Well, definitely not there, but I'm gonna walk along this coast over here, find a place to whip, and we'll see you on the grounds. So you can see how rough it can get over here. Look how far away the ocean is, and look where this sand is. I don't know how far that is, but that's pretty far. So that means the waves, when it gets super big, comes up all the way up to here. So you got to be careful when you're fishing these cliffs. We don't get to see a lot of white sand like this on the big island. Mostly it's just rock or black sand. And check how rough it is. Check this out. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have jumped in this 20 years ago. I don't know. As long as I could find a way out, I would have. So for all you guys new to fishing in Hawaii, especially when it's rough, just to be safe, you want to make sure that there's no water. So for example, like this is all dry, so you can be pretty assured that you're not going to get hit by a big rogue wave. Like if you stood up there or over there, you know, where it's wet, I wouldn't do that unless I was just trying to bring a fish in. So be safe when you go whipping, especially if you don't know the grounds. But like, especially if you're going to new grounds, you know, just to be safe, try to stay on the dry spots. Okay, what I'm gonna be using today is two things. I'm gonna use 3/4 ounce lead egg sinkers. Gonna whip. I think I'm gonna make my leader a little bit shorter because it is super surgy. And I'm gonna try the little rubber plastic grubs, and also I have some ika over there, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna rig this up and get to some whipping. Okay, I'm getting ready to rig up. I'm gonna put the egg sinker on, and what I also do too is every time I go out, like the line off the main, you know, I cut off about 7 inches just to make sure it's nice and fresh. Then I'm gonna put the egg sinker on, then a swivel, and then go to my leader. I'm using 8-pound tests, and I'm going to a number 11 hook right there. Okay, so I'm baiting up the ika right now, and nowadays I like to put 2 strips of ika on if I can. If the ika is small, it almost looks like a little fishtail. So I throw it out. The wind is blowing from the north to the south, so it's blowing into me but across. So it makes the line move to my left. So I let it sink down, and I'm doing a slow retrieve. So with ika, I like to do a slow retrieve to keep it right off the bottom. I mean, you do get stuck every now and then, you know, because it's especially when it's surgy. Oh, something's biting.
So when I feel tension on, I raise the rod tip to try to set the hook. My drag is pretty loose. And there, bites again, and I set it. And this guy is pulling pretty good. So I'm using my left hand to help lift the rod tip up, and then I reel down. So pull up, keep the pressure on, then reel down. So as you're pulling up, the fish is, taking line. And now when the wave comes in, the fish moves to my left, so this allows me to pick up the slack. Be sure you pick up the slack, especially in Hawaii, like in this area, a lot of boulders, a lot of coral heads, so you don't want to get stuck on it. So it's coming in pretty easy right now. I pretty much got it. I felt like the fish was giving up, and then as soon as it got close to the edge, you can see my rod tip. It started taking off. So I was trying to bring it up on my left, but the fish had other ideas. It went around the point. So I tend to grab high on the rod, and I'm trying to pick up the line. And you can see every time I try to bring it up, the fish just dives down. It's trying to get under the ledge. So I'm leaning over, trying to use the waves to bring it up, and then I got it. So I brought it up on the rocks, used my left hand to grab the leader, and it is a big Humuhumu ʻEleʻele. So those big ones are females. That one's huge. That's a keeper. So I put that fish on the kui, threw it in a tide pool, and I'm baiting up again. And I'm gonna try to throw in the same spot, try to pick up another one, because we're fishing for meat for dinner. So it'd be great to pick up one more. So I just throw it out, go through the same routine. Pick up the line, that the slack, because the wind is blowing the line out to the left, and then do my slow retrieve. So my rod tip is pointed down, and I'm moving it back and forth, and then something's biting. Lift it up, set the hook. So be sure, don't make the line too tight. Be sure to loosen your drag, so you don't just end up ripping the hook out of the fish. Let it take the line. Use your rod to fight it. Same drill. Using my left hand to help lift the rod up. Reel on the way down. So lift straight up. And this guy's coming in to my left, just like the other one. And I can see it already, that it's another Humuhumu ʻEleʻele. Smaller than the other one. So I'm trying to keep it on the left, because on the right side, the rocks jut out a little bit more. So there's like an overhang. So that's why it was hard getting the other fish up, because it kept diving under the overhang. And you can your line rubbing on the lava, can cut it. So I'm trying to keep this guy on the left. Trying to bring it in every time the wave comes in. Reeling down to my lead, and so I can lift it up. Grab the leader. And yes, another Humuhumu ʻEleʻele. Great, enough for dinner.
Well, we got 2 humus today, so I'm going to show you how we clean it. So I'm going to fillet it at home, so I'm just going to remove the guts. So I insert the knife in and just cut all along the center. The humu has really tough skin, so it's really easy to fillet, but you know, it does a number on your knife. Okay, so I have the cavity open and I'm just going to remove the insides. And you can see here that this is a female. The females tend to be bigger and tend to be more aggressive. You really should try eating it. Wow, that guy's still alive. How is that possible? I could have sworn I dispatched that guy. So do the same thing. And be sure you use the serrated side of your knife. Cut it as high up as you can, and then just remove the insides. Comes right out. And then I'm just going to wash it in the Tide pool. And that's it. All ready to be filleted. And don't know what we're going to do with how we're going to cook it. Time to head back to the car. Well, the wind's picking up. It's getting kind of dark and gray, you can see there. When it gets super overcast and the water gets super dark gray like that, the bite starts really dropping off. So I'm gonna call it quits. Don't want to get rained on out here. It was a pretty good day. Picked up 2 humus, enough for dinner. Gonna head back to the car. Well, was really hoping to go diving today, but no such luck. So good thing I brought my whipping pole. Was able to pick up some dinner. It does look like it's gonna storm. It's been raining and we needed the rain. Because as you know, when you're living like in Ocean View and stuff, you know, you're basically on catchment. So it's great that we get to fill up our catchment tanks. Hopefully the waves will die down. I can get back in the water. Really miss diving, but it's great to be out here. I can't tell you how fortunate I feel, how lucky I am, and really happy to be able to share this with all of you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and aloha. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the meat on the bone. I'm gonna scrape it. You can see it right here. And I'm gonna make some stuffing or some filling for some sushi for dinner. So these are the humu that I caught today. Don't waste anything. This is the bigger one. Oh, head came off. Just keep scraping it. Pretty much nothing left. Use all of the fish. So that's what we got from 2. And the thing is, the better I get at filleting it, the less there's left on the bone. So, but that'll be enough to make 1 sushi roll for dinner. So we're going to show you what the next step is. So we got some green onion from our garden. We're going to slice it up really fine. And we're going to add this to the mix. I should use my regular knife instead of the fillet knife. Okay, that's good. You can smell the onion. Okay. So we have our mix here. We're going to put in the green onion. Oh, is that a bone? Mix it together. Perfect. We're going to add a touch of Hawaiian salt. Mix it in. Now we're just going to put a dab of sesame oil. Just a little bit. And then we have our sriracha. Gonna put more of that in. And you can see it right there. Gonna mix this up. Oh, it smells so ono. Okay. Oh, there's not enough. Don't want to waste it on my fingers. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it sit for a couple hours. And then we're going to make our sushi. Okay, it's time to make our sushi. We have our rice here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to the rice. I'm not making normal sushi rice. And I'm gonna make this thinner roll. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just spread it lightly. So this is like a Maki sushi, and I'm gonna stuff it with the filling we made from the scrapings of the Humuhumu. If you're wondering what we did with the fillets, we're not gonna eat those tonight. Oops. We have it in the refrigerator. Okay, here's our filling. So we're going to take this and just spread it all over. Kind of mush it in, because it's just basically a paste. Oh, I can smell it. So good. The sizzling you may hear in the background is frying up some little prime rib. And I'm not going to use my bamboo mat, I forget what it's called, to roll it up. I'm just going to roll it up. Patting the ends. Then we're going to cut it up. So I'm taking my knife. Oh, this is going to be a little hard. Okay, make sure that push in the end, and I'm going to cut. Okay. And you see all this stuff, the rice on the blade. It's going to make it harder to keep cutting, so you just clean it. You can do maybe a couple. Then wipe the blade again. So you get a nice cut. Try to make one motion. There you go. Oh, this one's too big. This will be my tasting piece right here. Oh no, perfect. And there's my sushi. Oh, the spiciness is great. So you can check this guy out. And that's how we use the scrapings from the Humuhumu. So I'm going to get back to frying up my prime rib and get ready for dinner. I forgot. I have these couple pieces, these smaller fillets. So what I like to do is I like to wrap it up in a paper towel and leave it in the refrigerator, and I'll dry it out. And then I'm going to make some sashimi with this. So I'm beveling the blade slightly and just running it along the side. And because the fish is small, these pieces are going to be real small. It would be better if I left it one more day, but I'm gonna grind it now. Okay, and here's my dinner. This is the sushi we made from the Humuhumu scrapings, and we puts a little bit of wasabi shoyu on top. And this is one of the small fillets we cut up to make sashimi with, and it's on a bed of mizuna and with some daikon flowers, and it's also topped with some wasabi shoyu. This is just a regular rice ball to eat with this, and here's my prime rib. So it's time for grinds. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and aloha.